Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the show. And today with me, we have Katianna Mazard. She is the project director for the Senior Citizens Law Project with Coast to Coast Legal Aid of South Florida. And again, the reason why we do these shows is because I'm just an elder law attorney and I know my area of law, but there's so many different resources that are related to what I do, but not exactly what I do. And there are certain clients who come to me that I can't assist, and I'm always looking to make referrals to good attorneys and to provide folks with access to resources that are beyond just me. So with that in mind, Katianna, we've known each other for a while now. I know you do good work, and we've worked together on a few different projects in the past. Thank you so much for being here. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Thank you, Jason, for having me this morning. I really appreciate it. I am, like you said, I am the project director at Coast to Coast Legal Aid Senior Law Project. I have been with Coast to Coast Legal Aid for 17 years now this month.
Wow.
And our unit, we provide services to seniors in the Broward County area. And so we're here to serve the community, the senior population. We also assist caregivers and grandparents.
Terrific. So I think that's great. So you've said a lot there. So first of all, congratulations on being there for 17 years. You must like it. They must be treating you well. That's wonderful. I think it's important to emphasize that you are a Broward County resource. There are different resources in different counties, but a pre-qualification of being able to work with you guys, first and foremost, is you have to be a resident of Broward County. Is that right?
That is correct. So there's different legal aid services in the different counties. There's LSGMI in Miami-Dade. There's also a legal aid office in Palm Beach. So every county has their own legal aid. So we only provide services to seniors in our county. If they're calling from outside of the county, then we will refer them to their correct county.
Okay, terrific. So you work with folks who are senior citizens. At what age do you consider someone a senior citizen for them to get involved with your project?
That is a great question because there's different requirements for what is a senior. So certain programs, they have 50, 55. Ours, for the purposes of our funding, is 60 and older.
60 and older. Okay, terrific. And when I think of legal aid, I think of you have to make less than a certain amount of money in order to qualify, or less than a certain amount of assets. Is that the case with Coast to Coast?
That is not the case for the Senior Law Project.
Okay.
Coast to Coast does have, there's different programs, and they may have income requirements or income restrictions. As for the Senior Citizen Law Project, we do not have an income requirement.
Perfect. So you got to be 60 years old. You got to live in Broward County. And other than that, rich or poor, you're going to take them for what it is that you do for the areas that you serve. So let's talk about that. What are the issues that the Senior Citizen Law Project seeks to address?
That's a great question. A lot of people don't know we're in the area and that we provide free legal services. So our services are free of charge to seniors, and we provide assistance in many different areas. We provide assistance with housing, landlord-tenant matters where our seniors are getting evicted by their landlord, or conditions. The landlords refuse to make repairs to the property, but they're seeking rent from the tenant. We also assist with Section 8 and other subsidized termination issues. If a senior's on Section 8, on a Section 8 voucher, if they don't comply with the housing authority's requirements, they may be terminated from the program. So it is a special housing program. So because of that, we always represent seniors who are on subsidized housing when they're being terminated by the property or by the housing authority.
What if they're a senior citizen in Broward County over the age of 60 and they would like to inquire about Section 8, right? They know they don't have a lot of money. They know they could use the help with paying their rent or getting into an area where they can get that rental assistance, but they're not on the program already. Will you help them get on the program?
We don't assist them. We don't assist seniors getting on the program. The only thing is when we do find out, because we normally find out through their websites, the different housing authorities, their websites. So we will tell the seniors, just stay up to date, go on the local housing authorities websites to see when they will post. When we do find out, someone in our office will find out, we will spread the word to our clients to tell them there's going to be an application process, be ready to apply. And how it works is that it's done online and it's like a lottery system. So everyone will apply the same day. They will have a day and a timeline, and everyone must apply online, and you're randomly selected by the computer. So if you get selected, then you're then placed on a wait list for housing, and it could be a few years.
Okay. So you're giving them at least a little bit of guidance, but you're not involved in that process. But once they're in the Section 8 program and there are issues that arise, then you're there as a resource to help them navigate whatever it is they need to do to stay in compliance and remain on the program.
Correct. And you mentioned something earlier about rental assistance. We do have a grant that is funded by the Jim Rem Foundation in partnership with Jewish Family Services, where we do provide legal assistance and rental assistance to seniors who are at risk of homelessness.
Okay, that's terrific. And is there any, so how do folks apply for that? How do they inquire about it, participating with that grant?
They can contact the Jewish Family Services, or they can contact our office. It's usually associated with some kind of housing issue, like they've received a 3-day notice from their landlord, or they've been served with an eviction notice for the non-payment of rent. Or it could be other housing related issues.
Okay.
Sometimes our clients get terminated because of conditions issues. They may be hoarding, or the housing authority is finding that their home is not safe and it needs to be cleaned. We assist with that, organizing the property so that they can remain in the property. And that requires hiring an organizer through that funding to help them be able to be in compliance. So we do a lot.
Okay, terrific. Okay, so we got housing covered. We got rent assistance for those who qualify. We've got eviction defense assistance once you're in the Section 8 program. That's terrific. All these landlord-tenant issues. I know I volunteered with this program that provides advice to tenants, and I know they're always very thankful for that advice that we're able to give them. So what else? Tell me what else. We had housing. What else what other issues are the Senior Citizen Housing Project of Broward County Coast to Coast Legal Aid addressing?
We also address health and public benefits. So we have clients who are coming to us because their Social Security retirement checks are being reduced, or their benefits are being terminated. Food stamps, they apply for food stamp and have been told that they're not qualified and they want to know why. Or Medicaid and Medicare programs. They apply for Medicare, or their Medicare is being terminated. We have a lot of times that it's usually their benefits are being terminated, or they receive some type of notice from these agencies and they need us to explain to them, or why is Medicare not covering a cost?
Right.
And now they're getting a bill from the provider.
Okay, and so that's of course near and dear to my heart, because I do a lot of Medicaid planning and we're dealing with Medicaid all the time. Are you helping people get onto these benefits? Are you helping them apply for food stamps and the different Medicaid programs?
We tell them to apply. It's really easy to apply. They can call in to apply, or they can apply online. They have clients who may have disabilities and difficulties, then we may be able to assist them, because we don't have the staff. We only have a staff of 13. Unfortunately, we wish we could sit with everyone and assist them with applying, but it depends if they have a disability that prevents them from being able to apply. But otherwise, they can call or go on the DCF website to apply for food stamps and Medicaid. It's usually after, if they're denied, then that's when we usually get involved to assist them. And also we can refer them to other agencies that may be able to assist them with applying, like Hispanic Unity. There's other agencies that out there we refer clients to.
Alliance or ADRC, Aging and Disability Research Center in Broward Counties. Absolutely.
Yes, one of community partners. Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we got housing, we got health and public benefits. What else?
We do a lot. Consumer issues. We see consumer issues a lot. So foreclosure defense. We assist with foreclosure, garnishment. We have clients, their Social Security or their bank account are being garnished, or they've received a wage garnishment because they owe a credit card company. Credit card company got a judgment against them, and now the credit card company is seeking to collect by garnishing their wages. Some of our seniors are still employed. Unfortunately, some of us, we don't have they don't have a choice. They have to continue working, even if they're at full retirement age for some of them.
Sure.
So if their accounts are being, if their wages are being garnished, and we can assist them with that. And all sorts of consumer issues that we see. It could be somebody got a car, they purchased a car, and now they don't want the vehicle anymore. So then we tell them about the liabilities when it comes to that. Can the car company come back and still collect the debt once they've returned the vehicle? Because we see it all the time.
Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, very good. That's a lot. And
it's a lot.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You guys are, so let me ask you this. You guys are covering all these different issues, and there may be even more that we haven't addressed. But what about, how long does it take for someone to start working with you? Meaning, is there a wait list? You only got 11 people. You got a big county out there of lots of people who I'm sure need your help. What's the process like in engaging you guys?
Can I cover one more thing? Just to add
please.
Quickly, some other areas we cover. We assist with naturalization to assist our clients with applying for citizenship so they can qualify for SSI benefits.
Okay.
We also assist with abuse and exploitation. We have clients who are victims of domestic violence or financial exploitation.
Right.
We provide legal assistance in those areas too.
Okay.
So a lot of times the seniors don't know, we just tell them to contact us for assistance.
Sure.
But now to go back to answer your question, someone just needs to call. We don't have a waiting list. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, with practicing law, everything has a deadline. If you're served with an eviction, you only have 5 days to file a response. So we don't have a waiting list. So our applicants usually call us. We have 2 intake receptionists. They will, if they get a message, they will call you back within 2 business days. Okay. No longer than that. And so once they go through the application process, if it's something that falls within our priorities, meaning it's one of the things that I just listed earlier that we handle, then we move on with the application process. Since COVID, we've been working remotely from home. Our office is currently closed, so we're able to do the application process over the phone.
Okay.
And a file is open for the recipient, for the caller, the applicant, and then they receive a call immediately from the advocate assigned to the file.
And let me ask you about one more item. On your website, there's caregivers it refers to caregivers who are 18 and over, and it says primary caregiver for a senior who's 60 or older who meets the frailty requirements under DOEA guidelines. I work with a lot of caregivers for folks who are providing these services. So how is it that you're supporting caregivers? I think it's
I'm glad you asked that question. We receive funding, Title III funding from the Older Americans Act, to provide free legal services to caregivers. We realize that a lot of caregivers are sacrificing so much by, some of them are not working. They stop working to take care of their loved ones. So in exchange for taking care of their seniors, their loved ones, we're providing these free legal services in the same areas that I previously mentioned. And also we assist them with certain advance directives, like if the caregiver needs a power of attorney for him or her, or they need a healthcare surrogate. You assisted us with that, Jason, remember last year?
Of course.
Or a living will. We don't do a last will and testament, but those are the 3 documents we assist the caregivers with, in addition to all the different areas that we previously mentioned today.
That's great. Katianna, I want to tell you, thank you very much for being here. You guys are doing such wonderful work in the community, and I want to thank you. And I know you really have a county full of residents who are thankful for the services that you're providing, all for free, and you're really making a difference. And I'm very proud to be able to, if I can help more people discover coast to coast legal aid and understand that you guys are a resource to be drawn upon, then I feel like that's a nice service. Katianna, you've been great, and thank you for doing this. And I wish you all the best, and we'll stay in touch, of course.
Thank you very much, Jason.